What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. We are here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Thursday, July 3rd, 2025, a day before Independence Day. Hopefully, everybody's going to have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Uh, my name is Chris Drummond. I'm a freelance sports reporter based out of Minnesota here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a special guest that's going to be coming on with me today. She is a producer slash reporter at Case and Six, has been so for the past 2 years. Her name is Zoe Del Rosario. We're going to talk to her about her why of getting into the journalism industry, and we're going to ask her some get to know you questions. So, looking forward to getting to know Zoe. So, without any further ado, I introduce to you the wonderful, the talented, and the beautiful Zoe Del Rosario. Hello there. How are we doing, Zoe?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You look very nice today. Just want to start off
Thank
by
you.
saying that you're very
Thank you.
welcome. I also want to say I'm very blessed and appreciative of you allocating your time to me to be on my podcast today of the Work Hard, Play Hard podcast. I want to ask you before we get started, how's your week going? Do you have any Fourth of July plans?
Yeah, thank you for having me. And yeah, so I'm just gonna spend time with the family. So nothing too crazy, but how about yourself?
Well, I do work on the fourth.
Okay,
Unfortunately, I work on the Fourth of July, but I do have Saturday and Sunday off. So
good.
definitely gonna have some cold beverages and have a good time with some friends for sure.
Great, great. Sounds great.
Absolutely. So what I want to do is I want to reiterate to you before I start peppering you with all these questions about the reason why I wanted to have you on here. And the reason why I want to have you on here because I know, if I'm not mistaken, you work for KSIN 6 as a multimedia journalist out there reporting. I'm a reporter as well. I've been a sports reporter for the past 7 years. I started in Atlanta, Georgia, and then migrated out here to Minnesota as well. So I've been covering all different kind of sports on the high school, collegiate, and professional level. And now I'm freelance as of mid 24. So it's been almost a year. I'm freelance. So I got a chance to do the Super Bowl this
Oh,
past
that's
year.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was amazing. But I wanted to get you on here because it's a rarity that we get a chance to sit down and talk like this and people hear your story because we're so used to going to get the stories and talk to the sources, right? So, and everybody has a story to tell. Your story is just as special as the stories that you get. And I want to be able to hear that from you. So, without any further ado, my first question is the same, Zoe, as every guest that's on here, and that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models or any inspirations growing up? What was your reason of getting into the journalism industry?
yeah. So I think, I mean, I've fallen in love with it as uh, have done it more and more as I've gotten more experiences. I think the thing that got me to it, I was a big fan of soccer. Like I would watch a lot of it and like all the talk shows, and I was like, I I can see myself being that person, reporting or being being the host of a show. Like I felt so passionate and like I really liked watching it. And
Right.
so when I was in school, in high school, I got a bit of experience like shooting football games and stuff. And then in college, I joined the like student newscast production and all that stuff. And just getting hands-on experience, I was like, this is what I love to do. I love just being there, being at the games, or just or getting a story. Like I've falling in love with telling stories. It gives me so much like energy and like I feel so passionate about it. So I knew this is what I wanted to do, and like I love writing. I love bringing that story to life and getting to meet people and talking to people. I think that's definitely my why. Just that human connection and getting to craft this story. It's like really a passion of mine.
Absolutely. No, I love that. And you can definitely see that. If anybody watches you report or do anything, your passion shows through the camera lens. You're obviously the camera is made for you. There's no question about that. And I really do
Appreciate it.
appreciate that. No, no question. I got a bonus question though, because I was watching one of them. How long did it take you to make that basketball hoop before you had to yeah, the you know the one I'm talking about, right? You were
The
basketball
alley-oop.
game. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so actually that one the guy was just so good. I mean, it only took two takes. Like we just did one and then the second one he did it.
Okay,
I
okay, got you,
yes,
got
yes. And thank you for watching that. That one is definitely my favorite stand-up so far. Like it was so cool and the guy was really athletic, so
That's
it
what's
didn't
up. I
take
like it.
didn't take long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm watching different, not just reels, but kind of what you've been doing as far as stand-ups goes. And like I said, the passion shows really throughout the camera. You obviously have done some interesting stories as well. But that one stood out because basketball is my favorite sport. So I knew when you shot it and then you shot the ball and then you made it, then you caught it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then when you shot it, then you missed it. And I was like, oh, okay, this must be the bloopers. This must be the behind the scenes so that we're
Oh,
getting.
oh, wait, I'm sorry. Maybe I got you confused. Was that the
No,
one
no,
where I
no. It
was
was two different ones. Two different
two
ones.
different, you're right, right, right.
Mhm.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes, yes,
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes. Okay.
Absolutely.
Making sure.
No, you're
Yeah.
good. You're good. I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, so please correct me if I do. But you went to the University of the Incarnate Word, if I'm not
Correct.
mistaken.
Yes, I
Okay.
did in
So
San Antonio.
UIW in San Antonio. Were there any other schools that could have persuaded you from going there?
I think my biggest decision to go there was I wanted to stay home. So I've been living in San Antonio for the past decade. So I didn't want to leave home. And I originally I was thinking UTSA because that's like our biggest school in the city, but I didn't
Yep.
really see a full journalism program, and I saw that UIW had it, and people gave me good opinions about the school. So I was just like, I'll just go there. It just seemed like the right fit for me. So. I think that was the biggest thing. I just didn't want to leave home.
No, I feel that. I have
Yeah.
a family in Texas as well. I have a brother that lives out there. He lives in Houston though, but I've never been to San Antonio. That's definitely someplace I definitely would like to go because I've heard great things about the Riverwalk. And
Yes.
obviously, me being a big time sports person, the Spurs are there, so I wouldn't mind seeing. Well, I'm a Lakers fan, by the way. Sorry, I'm a
Okay.
Lakers.
Okay.
But I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
seeing the Spurs and the Lakers play there. So I
Yeah.
love traveling and going to different cities for sure.
Yes.
And also for those that will be watching this, UTSA, if I'm not mistaken, University of Texas San Antonio. If I'm not
Correct.
mistaken, that
Yes.
is that
Correct.
university. So
Yes.
yes, that's UTSA. Zoe, I want to ask you some get to know you questions, some favorite questions, and you just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay, so here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite meal you like to cook?
I like to cook. Favorite meal is kind of hard. I'm Puerto Rican, so I would pick maybe a Puerto Rican dish. Like we I love a good plate of rice and beans and some
Mm.
beef on the side, or
Oh
we
yeah.
call them tostones, which are like fried plantain. So I think just as simple as that, I think that'd be one of my favorite meals. But I love food, so it's hard to pick.
I know. I'm a
Yeah.
foodie too. I'm a foodie too, yo. I'm
Yeah.
a huge taco person though. So tacos is my
Oh,
main thing.
really?
Yes, love
Yeah.
tacos. So
We have
steak,
lots of
chicken,
that
beef.
here.
Oh, really? Really?
It's
Okay.
in San Antonio.
Okay, that's what's
In
up. I
San
like that.
Antonio. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, favorite concert you've ever attended?
Favorite concert. Ooh, I've been a bunch. Let me think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
One of my favorites was Christian Nodal. I don't know if you've heard of that artist.
Yeah, yeah,
He's a
Hispanic artist.
Mexican
Yeah.
art. Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was like his voice is just amazing. I had such a great time at that concert. And
Hmm.
a second one would be RBD. They're a Mexican group. They've been going on for a long time because it started from a show like in the early 2000s, and they had they got together again this past
Hmm.
in 2023, and they
Okay.
had a concert in Austin that was just so nostalgic and awesome.
I love that. I
Yeah.
do. One of my favorite concerts, low key. Now, mind you, I speak poquito hablo español.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a little bit. But Ozona's was a
Yes.
very good concert that I went to. That was pretty good. And then I used to do event security, back home, in Atlanta, Georgia, because that's where I graduated college from in Atlanta,
Okay.
Georgia. So I used to do event security there, and that was the first time I've ever seen like people go crazy over this artist. You know about Romeo Santos?
Of course, yes. I've been to two of it. Those I've been to two of his concerts. I even forgot. Yeah, those were great too.
Mhm. The,
Great,
the
great.
the ladies just went absolutely crazy for him. No question about it. And yeah, his group Aventura as well. So I was like, okay,
Yes, yes,
that
yes.
that was interesting listening to
Yeah.
him. But they were those two concerts definitely resembled with me doing a different side because obviously
Hmm.
that was different from what I normally listen to, but it was very good concerts. But
Right.
the weekend is definitely somebody who I that was one of my favorites for
I
sure.
would love to see him live. That's for sure. I haven't gotten the chance to, but I that is awesome.
But yeah, it was amazing. It's
Yeah,
amazing to see him
yeah.
for sure. Okay. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
It's got to be Spain. I went last year. It
Oh,
was just amazing, amazing. It's got to be my favorite place.
okay.
It
Well,
was,
was it a
yeah.
family trip? Was it a girls' trip? What kind
It
of trip
was
was
a family trip, so it was we got to explore of obviously Madrid, Barcelona, and Seville. So those
it? Okay.
it was such a different scenery and like so many things to see and so much food. It was amazing.
Okay. You're gonna have to give
Yeah.
me some tips on that, Zoe. You definitely
Oh,
gonna have to give
for
me some
sure.
tips
I got you.
because I want to go there. That's on the bucket list.
Yes.
My favorite place is Jamaica.
Okay.
No question. That was a beautiful, beautiful place. The food was great. The scenery was great. The beaches was great, and then the people are very friendly too. So yeah, I got a chance to go there on a cruise.
Yeah, I've been there on a cruise too. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. So I like
Right.
that. Okay, I'm a sports person. You're a sports person, so I got to ask you a sports question. Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? This is a two-parter. Favorite sport that you like to attend in person? They could be the same sport.
Okay. Favorite sport to watch, soccer. I mean, it's what got me here. What drew me to journalism. So I gotta put it number one. And
Hmm.
to attend, honestly, I'd say either basketball or football. Like those are always like those are the most I've attended. So I'd say either basketball or football. I wouldn't know which one to pick. Both get pretty rowdy.
They do. They do. I'm a
Yeah,
huge basketball person for sure.
yeah,
So, like I told you, basketball is my favorite sport.
yeah,
The sport to watch on TV is definitely football. I do like soccer though as well, but I like attending soccer games because the sections are just crazy. They're standing
yeah.
all the
True,
time.
true,
It's madness. No question about it. Did
true.
you play soccer growing up?
Yeah, for a little bit. I played in middle school and I played in my freshman year of high school, but that was it. But I find another way to cover or like cover sports through it. I don't
I
I just
feel
kind of
that. No,
stopped playing. Yeah.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Let me
Hmm.
guess. Were you a midfielder?
No, I was a central defender. Center defender.
Oh.
Yeah,
So you stopped
yeah.
the goals, is what you
Yeah,
saying.
exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Or try
Okay.
to.
Okay. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Last of the favorites, as we both said or mentioned, we're both foodies. When I do touch down in San Antonio, I gotta know where should I go get something to eat at? What is your favorite restaurant?
Ooh, oof. There's okay. There's so many. I one of my favorite ones is called Costa Pacifica. It's like a seafood restaurant, but it's
Mm,
like it's so good and the prices are good. So it's one of my favorite. And they have like live music on the weekend, so that makes it like the experience like that. I would put that as one of my favorites. Um, yeah, there's so many. uh, there's so many. I'd say I will say the like the restaurants along the river walk that you're paying more for the view than the food. So I would stay away from that if you want really good food. Just
yeah,
because
absolutely.
yeah, so there's man, I think that one's one of my favorite. I gotta get back to you.
No, that's okay. That's all
Yeah.
right. Obviously, I'm definitely going to touch down at some point in San Antonio. And when I do, I'm hoping that I can say what's up to you if you're obviously still there.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Absolutely.
That's what's
Absolutely.
up.
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
that. This next question has to do with your day-to-day operations. Obviously, as a journalist, One of the things that I love, and I'm sure one of the things that you love as a journalist, is that every day is not the same. There's no 2 days that are the same. You're going and doing something different every single day, which is amazing. And it also doesn't cause for like redundancy and boredom because I can't see myself sitting at a desk doing 9 to 5 stuff all the time. But when you are doing stuff differently, I'm not sure if you do anchoring and reporting or just reporting or producing or stuff like that, or just different roles. But when you do different roles, your preparation is different. Talk to me about your day-to-day process of how you prepare yourself to get ready to, do reporting. How do you find stories? Do you work at an odd time? Some people work like super early in the morning, they then get off.
Right,
Like,
right.
tell me about your day-to-day process.
Okay, so right, so I at KCN, I was a morning producer, and I would do sports reporting as well. But my day to day would be like my main job was the producing job, so that would be the overnight shift. So I would
Mhm.
come in at around midnight every morning.
Oh,
So that was interesting, to say the least.
I
So
bet. I
yeah,
bet.
so it was a lot of as a producer, your job is to find the stories, and so the main thing was finding the stories that I'm going to cover that day,
Hmm.
and then write the scripts for them. And our show start at 4:30 in the morning, so they have, and then I would do the 5:30 a.m. show and the 6:30 a.m. show. So I
Okay.
would come in at a really weird time where everyone's asleep to get to work, find stories,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it's a very different process than what it is for a dayside or nightside producer or reporter, just because you're not able most of the time to call people to get more information. Let's say there was a crash or a fire, we would get a lot of those overnight, but it was so
Right.
hard to get any information because all the what are called the PIOs, or the public information officers for like fire departments, police departments, they were out of the office, of course, because it's
Right.
like overnight.
Right.
So it's a
Right.
whole different, like, how do you play around that? You just have to go based on what you're seeing on social media, and even like asking people to give you context. So that it was very different. And then in the 6:30 a.m. show, I anchor as the sports segment that I would produce as well. So I would pick what stories I wanted and anchor it. So that I would do that while I was also producing the news. And
Okay.
then I would help out with sports on Fridays most of the time. I would go to a game,
Sure.
and then when I would my stories, I would, if I saw something that I was interested in, I would shoot it throughout the day, during the week whenever I was available. So it was like balancing that, like I really wanted to get my opportunities in sports while also doing my producing job, my news producing job, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
love that hustle. I love that grinding
Yeah.
mentality. Well, how much a bit of an adjustment it was working overnight? Because I've worked overnight at a different job. I had a 9 to 9 where I worked overnight, and I know it took me a good, I would say, 2, 3 weeks to definitely adjust to the sleep schedule. What time should I go to sleep? What time should
Right.
I, try to prepare? How long did it take you to adjust?
If I'm being honest, I don't think I fully ever adjusted. It's just so difficult. I mean, you know this. It's just
Mhm.
your sleep schedule is all over the place because then you want to do things throughout the day. So
Yep.
your time to go to bed might get delayed, and then it just sets you back for so it was a lot of, I would say there were periods where I was doing fine, like I would go to bed consistently, but then there were periods where I wasn't. And because again, things happen during the day, so you want to either, I don't know, go shoot a
Mhm.
story or just do like run some errands. So like it's tough. I will say it's tough, but I don't
Absolutely.
regret it. I don't regret it because it gave me it's given me the experience that I was looking for. So I don't regret it, but it's tough. I don't think your body ever like really adjusts to it fully.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is very tough to
yeah.
do. No question about that. Now, what is your schedule now?
Right now, so I finished my contract with KCN, and I'm looking at other opportunities right now.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
yeah, yeah. So I'm fully invested in that, and I'm glad I'm talking to you because I'm also possibly considering freelancing as well. So
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
now,
You know,
hmm
freelancing is great. It's so amazing. I mean, I've done mainly print journalism. You've been on the broadcast side. I mean, I
hmm
certainly could do broadcast, but you know, just being able to link up with different stations and be contracted,
yeah.
it's definitely beautiful. You know, it's a grind as well because you got to make those calls and you got to be able to see, okay, what's available, what can I do for you? Is there a certain game that you want me to cover? Especially with you say sports, and with the fall season coming about. Obviously, that's football, that's soccer, that's a lot of different big time sports that's going to need a lot of people, especially in San Antonio, because Texas, I mean, football is heaven in Texas. There's no question about it. So, yeah, I mean, freelancing is great. It's amazing. And I love the fact that you just have more control, but you also have um, more freedom to do what you would like to do. If you want to also veer out, and maybe there might be something else that might pique your interest. For me, I got my master's this year, so I was able to get that, and I possibly might want to do some teaching in the journalism field later on down the line. But it's just one of those things where it gives you more freedom and flexibility about freelancing. That's for sure.
100%. Yeah, I'll ask you more questions about it
Please
because
do, please do.
yeah, I'm interested for sure.
Okay. Let's talk about mental health and work-life balance, right? Because mental health, a lot of people, a lot of colleagues of mine just say, have split, have left this industry because of mental health, have left this industry because work-life balance. We already discussed what your schedule was. It's a crazy type schedule. You were doing stuff overnight and also in the day and afternoon time. But it's also a work-life balance struggle too because news never stops, sports never stops. Sports is nights and weekends, and news is all the time. Talk to me about how you keep your mental health strong, but also have that work-life balance. Because Zoe, you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I mean, I certainly wouldn't mind hanging out with you, that's for sure. But you also seem like you're very passionate about what you do as well and very busy. So, how do you have that work-life balance and not get burnout?
Right. I'm glad you brought that up because it's very real. I think I've always had my priorities straight, and as much as I love work, I also love to have that or try to have that work-life balance. So I think what I do, I rely on definitely on my family and friends. Like I always need to have that time in my week to just spend time with them, like just disconnect from everything. And I think that's very important. Like I always have to have it at least maybe one day out of the week, maybe a few hours in the week. I really need to just even if it's just go to a friend's house and just like or just call them or call my parents like that. I would call my parents every night, so that helped a lot, that moment of
Yeah.
having them to like listen to you, and you also just like connect with them, and uh just do whatever, just go for a walk, just do something, just have those moments. I think it's huge. Like I wouldn't like you really need them, and I know I need them, so I always designate time to just relax and have downtime with my loved ones.
I love that. I
Yeah.
do. It's an important question to ask because you know I typically do mental health check-ins almost every week with different people. You know, just be like, hey, how you doing? How's your mental health? You need to talk about anything. I like to do that with people that I have the phone numbers, and even if it's over social media, I might send a message like that too, because you just never know when somebody is going through something and they might be afraid to talk about it, or they might not feel like they can express themselves. I love the fact you said you call your family. I'm here in Minnesota. My mother is in Georgia, along with my aunt and uncle, and my dad is in New York with my stepmom. So I don't really have any family here. So I certainly can relate to you about calling moms, checking on her, calling dad, checking on him, because I'm a huge mama's boy for sure. And definitely miss my dad as well. So I'm really, really in tune with my family and stuff like that. And I love being around them for sure. It's a great segue though, Zoe, because I want to ask you about advice. If someone came up to you and they said, "Hey, you know, I would love to get some advice from you about being in the journalism field," What kind of advice would you allocate to them?
I think the biggest thing is just being open to try and or be open to opportunities. So just go the extra mile. Uh, like maybe you didn't get the job you wanted right away, but in that job, how can you get closer to your goals? And I think that's huge. Like you have, I think in this, like I'm sure you know, and many people say you have to wear so many hats. So I think that's really valuable. Like just being open to going that extra mile and open to just here, like right now, like I was a producer, but I made myself open to do sports, and I was showing that I could go shoot stories, go shoot games, and just show what you can do and not just limit yourself to your day-to-day job. Like what can you do in that position that can give you the exposure and the experience you want for what you want to the goal that you have for yourself. I think that's huge in this industry, just being open to doing different things, like not just limited to what you're being tasked to do.
Absolutely. That's terrific advice. I typically try to tell people that see me out covering stuff, and especially the 2.5 years that I was in the publication here, covering different things, that will get questions all the time. How do you become a journalist? How do you do this? Well, the first thing I would say is you want to try everything in school. Try everything. Try radio, try producing, try anchoring, try reporting, try everything that you possibly can, because you have to find out what you like and what you don't like. There's so many different roles in this profession that you can do. And it's not just with a publication or a station. It could be with a team. It could be with a corporate company where you can do something like that, you know? So try everything. Do not limit yourself to just one thing, because the more that you equip yourself as far as doing things, the better chances you are of getting hired, because they do now, you know, since they've cut down on sizes in the stations and publications as far as people go, they want people to do the jack of all trades. They want to do everything in the station. So I always say try everything. So I think that's some really, really great advice. And obviously you're a product of that, being a producer, but also giving up your time to where you could possibly just go home and be like, you know what, my day is done. I produced, I did my thing. But you said, hey, no, I want to further my career. I want to enhance my skills, and I want to show you that I can handle this workload of being able to cover sports because it's something I'm passionate about. And I respect that. I really do.
100%. Yeah.
That's what's up. I like that. All right. Well, Zoe, we have reached the portion of the podcast now that we are going to do my interactive game, which is called This or That. So basically, it's a game that I like to play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, and it's pretty simple. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, Zoe, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather eat at? Popeyes or KFC?
I'd say KFC.
Okay, okay.
KFC.
You going against the norm on that one. Okay, I like that. I like that though.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know
Hmm.
if you want my explanation or
Yeah, go ahead.
what.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Oh no,
please.
no, real quick. It's just I don't know. Popeyes is always like it's really good, don't get me wrong, but it upsets my stomach. I don't know. Like KFC is a little better. I haven't been to
I,
like I don't eat a lot of fast food, but if I had to pick, it's KFC's a little better. Like
I
I feel
feel that.
like adds a little bit more grease, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No doubt. I'm huge on the KFC mac and cheese. I like the mac and cheese from KFC, but I do like Popeye's French fries. I do
Right.
like
Yeah.
their French fries. So there's certain things I like from both, but I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
mad at that.
Okay,
When it comes
good.
when it comes to chicken wings, though, which flavor would you rather put on a wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Barbecue.
Okay. Do you like your wings wet or dry?
Mm, dry actually. I'm
Okay, I
more of
like
a
that.
dry person. Yeah.
A dry rub. I like
Yeah,
that. Okay.
dry rub.
Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
Oh, okay. So hold on. So let me ask you, when you get your wings, are you a dipper? Do you like to dip your wings into the sauce and eat it?
Not really. I like him plain and dry or with barbecue sauce. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah,
okay. The barbecue sauce. Do you like Sweet Baby Ray's?
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what that sauce is?
Oh, I like the sauce. Sorry, I thought you meant like ribs. Sorry, no, no, I don't know what the sauce is then.
Oh, okay. I got
No,
you. I
no.
got you. Got you. Okay, no problem, no problem. Sweet Baby Ray's is like one of the brands of barbecue sauces that they make in the stores. That's probably one of a famous brand that a lot of people use on ribs for sure, and on chicken wings as well. But I rock with you on that. I'm a bone-in person. I do like it dry or wet, don't matter, but bone-in it has to be. That's for sure.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Because if not, it's just a chicken nugget, you know?
That's what people say too. People say
Yeah.
the same thing, chicken
Yeah.
nuggets. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Okay, these next five questions have to do with music concerts you rather go to. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start off with this one. All right. Which concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Romeo Santos or Ozuna?
Ooh, you put me on this spot. Right now, probably Romeo Santos. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've already seen him, but I don't know. I love that music, so
I love.
I'll
Hey,
pick
it's
him.
good. It's a good vibe
Yeah.
now. It's a good
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Beyonce or Rihanna?
Rihanna. I gotta go with Rihanna.
You did that real quick. Okay.
Yes, yes. They're both great, but Rihanna just yeah, she's just to me, she's on another level.
I feel that. I like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay. Which music concert would you rather go see? Chris Brown or Usher?
Usher. Usher. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. We haven't disagreed on one yet because I definitely
Okay.
would pick those three. Here we
Great,
go.
great.
Which music concert would you rather go see? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Ooh. Now this is you got me there. Honestly, oh my gosh. Maybe like I really like both. I
Sure.
think as far as like concert wise, probably Drake because he has a lot more mainstream songs. So I don't know. I think
Okay.
just for a concert, probably Drake because he's more. Or well, now I mean Kendrick has become a lot more mainstream, but overall,
I'm with you on that. And listen,
hmm
Drake and Kendrick are both great, but I mean, you only can choose one. So I feel it.
is
I feel it. Drake
yeah,
Drake
yeah,
is the
yeah,
one. I feel
yeah,
that. I would probably go with K Dot slightly with K Dot, but hey, listen, we can't agree on everything sometimes.
exactly,
Not
exactly.
everything. Now, last of the music, which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Wisin y Yandel, or would you rather go see mm, Don Tolliver? Don Tolliver. That's what I wanted to say.
I gotta pick Wisin y Yandel.
Ooh,
They're
I like the way you
legends.
say it.
They're legends. I can't do that to them.
I feel that. I like the way you say it though.
Yeah.
It's very nice, very smooth. I like that. They got a song with Chris Brown and T Pain that I really like. And
Yes,
okay, you
yes,
know the one.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so I've been to two other concerts and they play that song at the end. Always. It's kind of like I guess they just do it for every concert. They save
it's a
it for
part.
the ending. Yeah.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Okay. Which sport would you rather watch on TV? Baseball or hockey?
Hockey. It's yeah, sorry to I don't know if you're a baseball fan. I'm just like not really one and
hmm
hockey's more entertaining, more active.
I like both sports, don't get me wrong, but I can't fault you for saying hockey. I mean, watching baseball on TV is like watching paint dry. It's just
Yes.
yes, it's just awful. You got to be there in person for sure. Which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Bowling.
Are you a good bowler?
Not really, but it's fun. I mean, I have fun doing it, but I'm not a pro bowler or anything.
I feel that. I feel now.
Yeah.
Do you need the bumpers?
No, 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 no. I can do it without the bumpers.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
good.
yeah, I might not be so good, but I'll be able to hit some pins.
Well, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. You
Exactly.
be surprised how many people came on this platform talking about they need bumpers and they play Wii bowling in public. I'm like, hell no, we're not doing that. You should be doing that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Okay. I like that. This is the bonus, this or that. Would you rather have your, because I've seen you in both now, would you rather have your hair curly or straight?
Mm, I think, ooh, I like to have the variety. I wouldn't be able to pick one over the other. Like I really like having that versatility of like I like when I have it straight just for like if I'm gonna take like professional headshots, like I don't know, I just like it more. But and sometimes just for like special occasions, just like oh I look very nice. But I also like my curly hair and like it looks really nice too. I wouldn't be able to pick one. That's why I wear both.
And I'm gonna let you slide with that one because that's a bonus one. So you
Yeah.
can slide with that, okay? Personally, my opinion, I think the curly is definitely on point, no question. I saw you with the curly hair. I was like, man, okay, that's all right. She rocking it pretty good. That's what's up. I like that. Do you like desserts?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna name four categories of desserts. You have to choose one of these that you'll never eat again. Okay, so here we go. The first one is ice cream. The second one is candy. The third category is cookies. The last category are grouped together, cakes/pies. Which one are you getting rid of?
Candy.
Girl, you on point like a period.
That was easy.
Yeah,
Candy. I don't need
very
candy.
easy.
I
Very easy.
like a true dessert. I don't need candy at all.
Okay, girl, you are
Yeah.
on point like a period right now. I like that. Okay, what's your favorite ice cream?
My favorite ice cream. I really like mint chocolate ice cream. I'm not mint chocolate chip. Not gonna lie. I know that that one might be a little controversial, but I like it.
I've never had that flavor before. Never.
Really.
Yeah. Yes, I've never had that flavor. And I've tried many flavors, but not that flavor. For what reason? I cannot tell you why. I'm
Yeah.
a cookies and cream person and chocolate chip cookie though. Those are my two main favorites.
Okay, great.
But yeah, okay, I like that. Do you like potato chips?
Yes, yes, I do. I'm not huge on them, but I like them.
Okay, so this is the same format. I'm gonna name four brands. You have to choose one of these brands that you'll never eat again. So here we go. The first brand is Doritos. The next brand is Ruffles. The third brand is Pringles. The last brand is Lay's. Which one are you getting rid of?
I'd say Ruffles.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, was that your favorite?
That was my favorite.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm
yes, sir.
sorry.
That's okay, Zoe.
I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. You've been perfect all interview. You
Uh,
just
well,
proved that you're just not perfect. It's okay. It's all right.
it's all right. It
It's all right.
happens, right?
It happens. It happens to the best of us. That's for sure. What is your favorite potato chip?
My favorite, I mean, I love like tortilla chips, so I'm big on them. So like I would do maybe Tostitos, right? Because that's the popular name brand. But here in San Antonio, we got a lot of like at HEB, if you're familiar with that grocery store, like we have
Yep.
like there's different like ones and like tortilla chips are my favorite, I'd say.
Okay, I got you. Eat it with a little bit of salsa or guacamole, or
Exactly, exactly. Yes,
I
yes,
feel
yes,
you.
yes.
Feel
Yeah.
you on that. Okay. I love asking this next question, which is a top four. Give me a bucket list of top four of events or stories that you would like to cover in your journalistic career. And I'll give you a prime example by giving you my four. In no particular order, I would say Olympics 28. I would love to be there. Obviously, it's in my hometown state of California. Um, I would also love to do NBA Finals. I'm huge into uh, basketball, like I said. I would love to do a World Cup. That would be absolutely amazing. Um, and a national championship game, football or basketball. I would love to do that. Now, what is your bucket list of top four events or stories
Top,
that you would like to do?
right. I events definitely number one, World Cup two. Now, 2026 is coming.
Mhm.
I really hope I can play a part in it, even if it's just small. But that's the dream for me. Number one World Cup and getting to be a reporter there would be a dream. So I think that for me is number one World Cup.
Okay.
Number two, yeah, number two, I'd say to like NBA finals. I'm big on the NBA as well. I love basketball too. It's my second favorite sport. So
Okay.
I'd
Okay.
say
I love
that.
it. I
I'd say
love that.
that. Number three would be the Olympics. There's so much you can cover. Like I love watching the Olympics too.
Hmm.
Number four. I'm just like I always think about the World Cup and I just oh well number four I can or may would be going to or covering a soccer match in Spain, like the Spanish league. That would be getting to cover. My favorite team is Barcelona, so I just covering a game there. That would be a bucket list item too.
I would love that. I can
Hmm.
certainly see you on the sidelines doing something like that for sure. No question about it. I truly hope I run into you one of these times on the sideline in one of our other three events that we correlated on. That would be amazing, especially the World Cup. I mean, the World Cup, that would just be amazing for me because I think this is the first time in a while that it's going to be in the United States,
Hmm.
all spread it out. So it's definitely, hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully, I can be there at some city,
Yeah,
some state. I don't care what it
me
is.
too. Me too.
That'd
Exactly.
be
We're
amazing.
the same way. That I have to be there.
No doubt, no doubt. I
Hmm.
love that. This is the second top four question, and that is about the city that you're in. You said that you've been in San Antonio for almost a decade or for over a
Right.
decade. Tell me, what is the top four things I should do when I arrive in the city of San Antonio?
Okay, so of course you got to go to the Riverwalk. That's the staple. Second though, I love the Pearl. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. That's
Mm.
like my favorite spot in the city. It's close to downtown. It's like the river walk also gets you all the way there, so it like crosses the it's like its own district. Like you have a bunch of shops, restaurants there, and it's very nice, a very nice place to take pictures at because it's got
Mhm.
a certain like industrial aesthetic. It's like really cool. I really like there. And sometimes they or not sometimes, every weekend they have a farmers market in the morning. So I believe it's Saturdays and Sundays. So that
Okay.
yeah, really recommend. Number three, um, you can also explore the north side. We have a mall called La Cantera there in the Rim. It's like a modern mall, and there's so many, and it's next to Six Flags.
Oh wow.
We have a Six Flags here, so it's next to that. So that whole area, there's so much to do. So I would say
Okay.
that, yeah.
Okay.
And number four. I mean, it's it's like I would say just explore like the different sides of town. So like we have the north side, the south side, the east and west is well, the east is where the kind of like 2 hours to the east is where the Spurs Arena is, and
Okay.
there's not much other than the Spurs Arena there. So I would say like exploring the north side, south side, there's a lot to do there.
Okay. Okay. Definitely
Hmm.
got to check out. Hopefully, definitely got to check out a Spurs game again.
Yes.
I love that. I love exploring. Love going to different cities and different things of that nature for sure. I would love to get your perspective on this. Talk to me about and you may not have much of a perspective, but I want to know what are your feelings about the inequalities of women's sports reporting? And what I mean by that is that there's been times where people say, well, women shouldn't cover football because they didn't play football, or it hasn't been a whole lot of ethnicity in sports reporting. Pay may be a little different. Opportunities might not be allocated as much. Give me your perspective as far as the inequalities of sports reporting, and as far as pay, opportunities, and even treatment. Because sometimes women can get treated differently than what the men does.
Right. No, 100%. It is a reality. I'll say that. We've made a lot of progress. I mean, I'm very grateful for all the women that paved the way for me to be
Hmm.
able to take advantage of these opportunities and get to reports, to do sports reporting, because without them, the opportunities would be much slimmer. So at KCN, it was just an all female group doing sports. So that was huge. That even like the our main sports anchor, she's a woman, and that's not usually common. Like the entire
Right.
sports department is just led by women. So I'm very grateful for that. So I feel like we've made a lot of progress, and we see it. But it is still a reality, sadly. I mean, you get audience feedback and you still read comments, and it's like they think women broadcasters are less smart, or like their opinions are just bogus just because they're women. But if a guy said that, they would just either laugh it off or still like. But the way they like people react to certain things, like they
Mhm.
question the broadcasters like intelligence just because she's a woman more often
Right.
than they do when it's a man saying the same thing, so
Right.
it's still a reality, and like you mentioned, pay too. Definitely a reality still. I think we are in a I would say it's looking a lot better than it was decades ago, and I think we're in a good moment where we're seeing a lot more women in sports, and just you see it on ESPN now. You have shows with an all women panel, and it's like
Yep.
really nice to see. It's really nice to see, but I feel like the audience, because sports is still mostly appreciate, or I don't know what the statistics show, but I'm pretty sure it's still mostly watched by men. So you get those comments where you get questioned a lot more if it comes from a woman saying, giving her opinion on whatever player or whatever situation. She might just get questioned because she's a woman. So, but I think
Mhm.
we're definitely on the way forward, and we've made a lot of progress. So I'm happy about that, but it's also a
Okay.
reality. Yeah.
I know, I love that. I do, and I appreciate your perspective on that. I'm a huge advocate for women to be involved in sports reporting, because I just feel like it will enhance not only the coverage but just enhance conversations within the sports community. 35%, give or take, are women, customers, consumers that watch all different kinds of sports. So it's definitely not just men. So we definitely need the women to be able to, advocate for our sport, be able to, cover our sport, talk about our sport, right? So um, I definitely didn't like the stigma that, well, women don't play football, so they can't talk about football. I mean, that's crazy. That doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of men broadcasters have never played football, and they talk about him. And I mean, what's the difference? They also like, I mean, if they get the opportunities, why shouldn't women? There's a lot of analysts that or broadcasters that didn't play the sport. That doesn't make you less qualified to talk about it if you know what you're talking about.
Agreed. No
Right.
question. And I think I'm also a big advocate for minorities, with obviously me and yourself being in that group. You just don't see a lot of faces. I mean, I'm out here in Minnesota, and I was working, like I said, 2.5 years at this publication, covering all different kinds of events on the levels. And you really didn't see many people looking like myself. You definitely didn't see many women looking like you, or women at all in general, period. And that to me was something that really just burned my heart, because, although they do a great job, don't get me wrong, although every ethnicity that covers sports does a great job, but you want to be able to have inclusion. You want to be able to, when you work in these jobs, to say, for that little high school girl or that middle school girl that looks at you and wants to talk to you about something, that that you're giving them some kind of hope that one day maybe they can do the same job that you do as you continue to ascend and move on. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to come out here to Minnesota, is because I wanted to have an impact in the community and let people of color know, okay, this might be a publication that doesn't hire many ethnic people, but if you do what I'm doing, eventually there's a publication out there that may hire you if you do it with love and you do it exactly the way that I'm doing it. And I just love that perspective. I really do. I love what you said for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly what you said too. We gotta pave the way for others as well.
No doubt.
Hmm.
Great segue though, because now I want to ask you about advice you've been given. What is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
Yes, I've been given definitely a lot of great advice. I think the fact about staying open and like not saying yes to everything or everything that you think that might help you grow. I think that's huge. Uh, learning learning from the best. I think that's another uh looking up or having the people that you admire, that you aspire to be in their jobs one day, looking at what they do and like really studying them. I think that's also been great advice that I've been given, and just like reaching out to get advice from people. I think not being afraid to just have someone give you advice on things, and like not being afraid of someone you respect or someone that uh yeah, that you think that they're really knowledgeable what they're doing, to get their advice on things, not even just to get something out of it, but just for the simple fact to get some advice.
Yeah, that's incredible, Zoe. It really
Hmm.
is. I know that's some advice I was given too. They said don't be afraid to reach out. We naturally, you do have a natural sense of, like, man, well, what is this person gonna say if I reach out and ask them such and such? And I used to have that. I would say about maybe 8 years ago before I really got into like the industry and started doing it. And the first time that somebody responded, it kind of went away from me. Um, it took a while for people to respond, though. It did. It took a minute, but the first time somebody responded, I was like, you know what? There are people out there that want to pay it forward. There are people out there that want to talk. There are people out there that want to help. And now, um, obviously 7 years later, being in this industry, getting paid for doing what I do, which is great, but also having over 270 some episodes of my podcast is amazing. And people are talking and they are willing to be able to share their stories. And I love that. So yeah, that's terrific advice. So it really is.
Right. Yes.
I want to I want to get you out on here by doing some rapid fire. Okay, so the main thing is that the first thing that comes to your mind, I want you to just shout it out with glee. Okay, so here we go. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Chicken or ribs?
Chicken.
Favorite color?
Teal or blue, like this kind of
Mm.
color. Yeah, yeah,
Well, that color looks good on you. I'm gonna say that. It looks
yeah.
good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Favorite board game?
Oh, I'd say life, or the game of life, or Monopoly.
No doubt. Favorite
Mm.
card game?
Mm, I don't think I have one.
Okay, I got you. Mine will be Uno for sure.
Oh, yes, Uno. Uno. Well, how could
Okay.
I for I was thinking more like, like the cards, like poker and things like that. But yeah, Uno for sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Got you. My second would be spades. I like spades as well. That's what I like. Um, Favorite sandwich?
Turkey sandwich.
Yes, I'm a huge turkey fan too. Favorite Netflix TV series?
Netflix. Ooh, ooh, I don't know.
Ooh.
Like produced by Netflix, or like that it's in Netflix.
That's in Netflix.
Whew, I've seen so many. Uh, ugh, ah, I don't know. You got me. But I'd say
Okay.
like one of my favorite TV shows, I'd say The Vampire Diaries.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
And
what?
it was on Netflix for a while, but they took it out, so it's no longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that is that the one with Stefan and Klaus?
Yes, yes,
Okay, I got
yes.
you.
That
I got you.
yes, I've seen it multiple times. So
I bet you have. I
yeah,
bet. Was
yeah.
you a Twilight fan growing up?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just the Vampire Diaries.
Yes, exactly.
One of my favorite TV series was Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad.
Okay, great.
So yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
one of my favorites. Okay. If you had a choice to take three people with you on a vacation, who would those three people be and where would you go?
Ooh, can you?
Now,
It's it like
they could be friends, celebrities, or family.
okay, great. Ooh, that's a tough one. If I had to, if I'm able to bring a celebrity, or athlete, my favorite player is Messi, so I would love to meet him. So I would go on vacation with them just to talk to him. That would be insane.
Okay,
So
I
I
love
would
it.
bring him. I would bring him. Um. Uh. Look, I think I'll just do all celebrities because my family, I can go on vacation anytime with them. So,
Okay, let's
so
do it. Let's
I'll
do it.
go Messi, Ariana Grande. She's one of my favorite singers too.
Hmm.
Um, and let's see. LeBron James, why not?
Oh wow,
Yes, yes.
that is a hell of a lineup.
I know.
Where would
Very,
you go?
I don't know. That's a tough question. Somewhere with the beach for sure. I love the beach.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, I'm with
yeah.
you on that. Maybe Cancun, maybe Brazil.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good, yeah.
yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, I'm with you on that. If you had a choice to listen to three songs or three albums on repeat and never get tired of them, what three songs or three albums would you choose?
Ooh, let's see. Wow, wow. I I like the Dangerous Woman album by Ariana. So that's one of my I can listen to that one often.
No doubt, no doubt.
Let's see what else. Hmm. I really like the After Hours album by The Weeknd as well. That one
Oh boy, that was a good
so
one.
good. So
That
good.
was good.
Yes, no skips
Good.
on that album.
Hmm.
A third album. There's so many. Wow. Uh Yeesh. I listen to so many like different types of music. It's
Hmm.
yeah. Um I gotta
You could
can
pick a song too. You can kind of mix them a little
that's
bit.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Mm, like I think a song is even harder. I don't um maybe maybe I would sing a Yandel album. Those are always good. Like one of those older albums. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, you got a good list right there. Listen, Ariana Grande, the "What Do You Mean" remix was so good. I love the "What Do You Mean" remix for her and Bieber. Um,
Yes.
that was so good. But also her and the Weekend, anytime they them two link up, so good,
Yes. So
so
good.
good.
So
And
good.
she was great in Wicked. I don't know if you saw Wicked, but
Mm-hmm.
she was great.
I sure
So you
did.
did. Okay. Yes, absolutely. I'm a huge musical buff. So musicals are something that I really love.
Really?
If I wasn't in sports, I probably would be in theater, to be honest with you. I did two musicals in high school. So yeah, I definitely love like the musical scene for sure. And I'm gonna go see Wicked 2 when it drops for sure.
Yes, me too. I Wicked was really good. It was
Okay.
really good. Yeah.
Now, this is the last rapid fire. If they came up to you, Zoe, and said, "Hey, you only can do one of these for the rest of your career," which one would you choose? Producer, anchor, or reporter?
Reporter.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the one you can do so much. I don't know. I love going places, traveling places. So definitely, I think producer and anchoring can kind of get repetitive, but reporter, you're always going somewhere. It's the material is always going to be different, I feel.
No doubt. No doubt.
Hmm.
No, I would
Hmm.
choose the same thing for sure. Zoe, this has been a really, really cool conversation of learning about how you grew up in Texas, learning about how you found your love and your passion, going to the University of UIW, and then also being able to see some of your different stand-ups that you've done, and also get to know you a little bit and hear your story about how you came into it and the great advice that you gave as well and also received. I'm certainly a new fan of yours. I definitely admire you, and I'm looking forward to the next chapter, wherever it may be. If it's in Texas or out of Texas, however it may be, I'm definitely going to be following you. And I really do appreciate you coming on my podcast here. My final question to you is there anything else you would like to add about yourself or anything at all before we conclude?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for having me and getting to ask me questions, and thank you for taking the opportunity to tell my story as well. I really appreciate the time. This was really good, and it was great meeting you as well. And I would just say, like we were saying, for anyone aspiring to get into this industry, just keep at it and just be open to everything. Just say yes, because you can make the most out of the opportunities you wouldn't think that would get you there, but they'll get you there. And just as long as you're passionate about your doing and you do it with integrity and you do it with love, um, you're gonna you're gonna get what you want. So yeah, it's just about
Okay.
being open to the opportunity.
Absolutely. Well said, Zoe. I want you to take care, enjoy your Thursday, and also enjoy your holiday weekend. You and I
Thank
would
you.
definitely be in touch.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.